I could talk about my work, but I don't really think I should be putting that on the internet. I talk about a little bit, but I don't get into specifics. And besides, most work is stressful. That covers that. Oh, there's tons of things that I could, you know, but it's not appropriate when I mention my work. I try to keep it a little vague because putting a lot of work stuff out there on the internet can be a bad thing. I'd have to, think about wording. My plants, I actually do have a little bit. I talk about my plants. This is my peace lily, and it's in a north window. Now I try hard to keep my curtains open as much as possible, just for my plants. And during the day when I take a nap, if I have a split shift, I would love to shut these windows and close up my blinds and close up my nice blackout curtains. And I have these little shears. I'd even like to pull my shears across. Well, not really, because it makes my room darker, and I don't like a dark room. I like the sunlight, and even though it's nice, and that's kind of like how the shears are supposed to kind of look. They're not really spread out properly. It's just that it's blocking the light from the plants, and I like sunshine. Life is depressing enough. I want the light coming in, so I also pull back my blue shears so that I have light instead for me and for my plants. And sometimes, like I say, when I work a split shift, and I tell myself I should close all this up and make the room dark so that I'd have a better afternoon nap. But wintertime's coming, the days are shorter, and I'm trying to keep plants in my room because I love plants. And I have a north window as it is. So plants in my room aren't going to get a whole lot of light as it is with having a north window. So I don't have as many up here. I did take, I think I had an aloe vera up here for a little while. The jasmine plant. I had the jasmine plant up here, and it did well all summer, but I don't know how well the jasmine plant's going to do in this window in the wintertime. So I do have an ivy back here. Try to get him some light. And I do have an ivy. This was a very pretty mum, but hey, you see that? That's the only flowers I left to have on it. It was like $5. They had them for $5 in it. No frills. These real pretty ones that were all like a blaze. So I'll keep him here as long as he has greenery on him. I'll keep him in here. I cut all the other dead flowers off him. And I have a big snake plant downstairs. One that I've had for, I don't know how long, 6, 7, 8 years. But I did get a couple small, I guess the light's hitting that, there you go, a couple small snake plants because our mother-in-law's tongue because they don't need a lot of light. So I'm hoping he'll do okay up here and clean the air for me. And I have a palm. Let me do that again. I have a palm, and he's actually grown quite a bit, and he's doing quite well up here in a little bit of light. And I have them kind of down here, so they are kind of out of the light, but they're doing well. But in the summertime, I'll put my jasmine back up here on my dresser. The mum will be gone, so we'll probably put maybe an aloe vera back up here. I'd like to actually, though I wouldn't be able to get to my window. I really wish I could put more in this window. But winter time's coming, the days will be shorter, and it's going to get harder to make sure they get enough light since my window does face north, and I don't get any direct light in my window. But anyways, they're doing fine. The peace lily does mine. Actually, this peace lily upstairs here is doing better than my one downstairs. I don't know what's with my one downstairs, but I know they always say it's too much water, not enough water. When its leaves go yellow, my leaves are starting to go brown on it. I don't know. It could be my fault. Too much water, too little water. Maybe it's too cold down there. I haven't had any heat on. It's November What is today? I don't know, November 5th? 6th? 6th. But I don't know. But this peace lily is doing really well. The one downstairs, not so much. She's still alive, but he's getting brown leaves, and sometimes it's a guessing game. Am I giving it too much water? I gotta check it and stick my fingers in there, and I'm trying to be careful. You know, this one's a little dry right now. I should give him some water. I did water him. Not that long ago. Peace lilies I find now. He's dry, and I did water him. The ivy's wet. I know the chrysanthemum is wet. But, I don't know. Plants are like everything else in life. You just do the best you can. You just try to stick your finger down in the soil and see if they feel too dry, see if they feel too wet, see if they feel like they need watering, see if they feel like they don't. Read about their light conditions that they need. Read about the temperature conditions that they need, and from there you just do the best you can, because people live in apartments or they only have north windows, or you have to keep the heat really cold because you can't afford to have it high. And you know, like, not everybody lives in a castle or a nice home or has the ability to. So if you really love plants and you're trying to grow them, then you get them and you put them in the places that you have, and they do the best that you can by them. And I always read about my plants and try to figure out what I can do to keep them happy. Anyways, I suppose that's enough of that.